okay. I can see you now.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll write down first the functional requirement. So the problem statement states that we need to design a parking garage and um, design a reservation and payment system. So the first point we can um, you know uh, it's the uh, s- spot booking. We should be able to book a spot, um, and you know after booking, um, customer will able to make payment. um, then prevent we can prevent two people booking the same parking spot.
Hmm.
And yeah, so okay, and we have three parking categories. um, compact, regular, and have large. Okay, and pricing also we have flat pricing, but based on the categories the pricing is also different. Okay, so okay, um okay, so this we cover under functional requirement, and under non-functional we can say it's highly consistent, as we are not allowing users to book a same parking spot, you know so yeah, and also it should be available. And yeah, yeah, okay. So is it good, or you wanted to add something over here?
Uh, I think we need to somehow fetch available spots and prices.
Yeah, okay. So here we'll cover the pricing, and this spot booking will take care of available spots. So yeah, yeah. um okay,
Okay.
so we'll do some rough estimation. um is it we are looking for uh how many parking uh you know um, garage we are looking after? or any or any user base we are thinking of.
Yeah, also garages we are designing for big cities such as say New York, Toronto. So how many garages are there?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So if I consider this, it a rough estimation would be, we can consider 10K, right?
yeah,
That's
like
my
this.
sense, right? And user base, um, so if yeah, and okay, so it's not directly type to user base. We can think on a garage, garages. So one garage, we can say, have approximately uh, 500 parking spaces.
I think on average it makes sense. Yes.
Yeah. um and yeah, so I guess that's not a uh, the figures are not quite that much of large, so we can go for one relational database over here. And yeah, so yeah, that's okay. um okay, so I'll just list out the APIs that we are going to use over here. Is um, get garage. So this will get the particular garage where is exactly that parking spot is there. And um, so after going into the garage, uh, get get um, um, you can say parking available, parking which which could have um, you can say this would be get. And in the request we can um, have car category, which type of car is this. We have three categories over here. So based on that, the at entry level, um, um, which parking space is available for this, we can return in the response. Yeah. Spot ID and um, then amount. Yeah, that's few details will uh, add based on further. Then we can think of, after getting the available spot, make payment. And yeah, so uh, uh, I don't think we should maintain the users, for customers, be on the customer behalf, his history and all, but at the uh, um, uh, parking garage level we can have the all, daily bookings and all the um, inventory table. Yeah, that makes okay. Is it fine right till there?
Uh, what get garage? What is this API for?
Yeah. So we can um, this garage API is for getting the all listed uh, uh, all the garages in that particular area.
Hmm.
And if you can say on the particular system, uh, uh, on that into that garage, uh, and we can pass the a default garage ID. So all details of that particular garage will get fetched, because this is we can say distributed garage, having the central database for this.
Hmm. Also, it's to fetch list of garages. Okay. I also think we need to somehow book a spot.
Yeah, yeah, that's so. uh okay. Yeah, right. Book spot, and after looking we can make the payment. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
It looks good.
So we'll have some data model over here, and then uh, in the further, we can also make advancement into our APIs. So we have table garage garages. It's We can have ID, um, any garage name is there, or location, address. Yeah, and any timestamp. So and then we will have um, parking spots. This is So before that we can also have category ID and category name. Yeah. And parking spot like spot ID, um, then category ID. um, Here also we can have the fees, category fees. Yeah.
Fees, you know what fees? I think they're based on garage and time, based on the requirements.
Okay. Okay. Prices for the garage are flat rate based on the time duration, and they are
Oh,
different
okay.
for each. Yeah.
Yeah, no, never mind. I was wrong.
Yeah, they are different for each type of parking spot. Yeah, yeah. Then it's fine, right?
Yeah,
This is completely flat rate. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we can have fees here. So for categories, these are the three fees are available. Parking spots, um, spot ID, category ID, then garage ID, even, and then status. Status we can have booked. Um, we can say like over here enum booked, available, um, or reserve. Yeah. um, um, okay, then um, booking, um, booking ID, booking ID, then booking for which spot. um, okay, then um, for booking we can also have car number, vehicle number we can add. So car number, and um, um, so we can have like booked at uh, is it like for time based, based on time duration. Okay, so we can have booked at, and for um, duration and um, amount. Yeah. Okay, so we can have payments, payment ID, then payment method. You can have enum by uh, will use like debit or credit, like, and um, payment status. Yeah. um, Booking ID. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So we have listed our garages, parking categories. Yeah. So this can be, integer, uh, uh, varchar, string, timestamp. We can also have, category name. So category name also, we have fixed categories. So we can also add enum. Um, we have three categories: um, compact, regular, and large vehicle. Um, which one? Compact, regular. Okay, large. And depends on this, we will have different fees for that. Parking spot, we have covered spot id, category id. Okay. For this particular spot, uh, this category id is available into this garage, and whether it is booked or available. Yeah. Okay. And for booking id, spot id, vehicle number, book tag, duration, and amount, this we have generated. uh okay. And spot id. Yeah. For amount, and this amount we are, yeah, once the customer has booked, then we can make the payment. Okay. um, so here I'll, draw some design diagram.
Do you mind a question?
Yeah, yeah.
So how do you think will users reserve spots? Do they come to the place and pay pay on exit, pay on entry?
I guess, um, um pay on exit, I guess. They will get the booking id, um the and then a spot will get booked, and after the exit will get the duration, and for that duration, that payment bill will get generated, right?
So when a user reserves or books a spot, the user receives spot ID and then goes to this spot.
Yeah, then this will go into this booking table. Yeah.
Mhm.
Is that correct? Or I guess, uh, it's good question. We can, also have, uh, make the payment uh, before the hand, but before, at the entrance, we don't know how much time he is going to stay there. So we should also give the option of, time, how much, for how much time he will stay. So this can be also covered into this booking table, like duration, if he wanted to add that instant at the entry level. He enters the, he wanted to stay for 2 hours, then we'll generate a bill for 2 hours. And at the entry level, we will generate the bill for, uh, based on this, 2 hours. So both the way, it will work, right?
But then what does status parking spot status do?
Yeah. So at the entry level, he add the duration and makes the payment, then it will directly get booked.
Also, there is no way to book in advance. So, for example, if I'm planning to come to an event and I want to book a parking spot, I cannot do that.
Yeah, I guess we can book that, because this I have added reserved. We can do online booking as well. Yeah, and yeah, this is the reserve for that much time. Instead of, I guess, reserve, booked and available, we can have these two statuses only. Even he can book from online as well.
I think uh, I saw similar questions about parking spots in system designs, and they were always doing that thing when you book in advance
Mm-hmm.
for a specific time slot,
Okay.
and then come to this place at that time, and you have a reserved parking. In this case, this API and this database schema, I don't think it will work. And I think it's might be a good idea to clarify this prior to
Yeah. Great.
design.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you have something in mind, and we can work with that as well. Right?
Yeah. 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 It's good, right? Then we can clarify with the at the start. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, let's draw some our diagrams. Um. Okay. So here, I guess, there is not that much of traffic. So then you can have, you know client facing to uh, our gateway. I have added gateway as uh, to host this, uh, uh, you know our internal services in the private network, and which can directly, uh, uh, the gateway will directly talk to our services, so
Mhm.
that will not expose to external things that is on the private gate network. So this is, we can say, have booking service, and here we'll have separate as a payment service. We'll have db, in case we can have used as a MySQL database. Okay, client talks gateway, and these are our services. Okay. Okay, now, if I extend it to the next level, if I can see, um, client calls to the booking service, and uh, here we can have um, database level, transactional locking, and for, uh, you know two spots will not get booked at the same time, so we can add row level locking over here. And even we can once that spot got uh, uh, okay, we can I guess we can add one more parking status as payment pending status, like payment pending. So this will help if booking is the spot has booked but payment has not done. So once the payment is being done, um, once the payment is being done, so till the time we can add 5 minutes of, or depends on area wise, we can add 2 3 or 5 minutes of buffer time lock over there. um, and once the customer pays that, then that spot will get booked, so no one will uh, get that spot within that time duration. So that makes sense, right?
Mm, um, why do you want to have this 5 minutes?
Because we have created separate entities, booking and payment, parking spots here. And once the customer request for the availability of that spot, he gets that spot. And in that duration he's making the payment. So while the payment gets failed, that we have that 2 3 attempts, right? If customer payment get failed, he choose the another card, he don't have balance and all. So that in that duration, if another customer tries to book from online that spot, then he is on the in that parking garage, and that will get you know uh, so within that time duration another customer can book that parking spot. So that kind of, instead of that kind of mess, we will add some time duration. So that parking spot will get locked for 5 minutes, and once the payment is done, then we remove that lock, and we can add that spot as a booked.
Yeah, but where what is going to manage the lock?
uh, that lock is at the time of booking, right? At no two customer in the same time will
Yeah,
choose
yeah, I
that.
understand why what a lock is, right? But I'm wondering how do you create a lock and how do you manage a lock, right? First of all, a lock should be released, right? So, for example, if a customer is not decided not
Yeah,
to
yeah,
stay,
yeah, great. I'll explain that. So log, we, as I said, we will have the transactional transactional lock over here. The row level locking will use the MySQL. This will be used at the time of booking. Once that that entry gets created, that will get request for the parking spot. And once customer choose this parking spot, we will add that row level locking for that. And then um, no one other customer will get that parking spot, and we'll change the status till the time, and then we'll proceed, right?
so you're talking about pessimistic locking in relational databases.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. um yeah. And then additional, once the payment is done, we can send some notification. We can have different notification service and all that are different. Yeah, I guess cover most of the part. So do you have any suggestion or any, you know,
I
any,
have a couple of questions.
yeah.
So you are using pessimistic locking for reserving a parking spot for, right? So for example, if I create a transaction without closing it in MySQL, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then uh, say I am my service gets reloaded. I'm losing a connection to database. What happens to this lock? What happens to this reservation?
Yeah. So I guess once um will, you know, um okay, so we'll create that section, you know, we'll create that entry in uh, transactions, right? So once the transaction gets started, we'll add that lock, and once after the he makes the payment, then we'll release that lock.
Yeah, but what if my service, what if there is a network partition? What if my service got destroyed for some reason, right? What if it does service demon, it just dies for no reason?
Mhm.
Then the transaction will not be committed, but as the connection dies, the database MySQL it will release the lock, right?
Right, right. Okay, fine. So, in the further improvement, what we can do, okay. So, if you are having, you know, if considering this much of, you know, garages, if you can see at peak level, peak level, peak time, you can say, multiple people are trying to book the spot, and even as we, you know, as we discussed, this can be a web interface or mobile interface, so from outside also this can be booked. So we can, you know, uh, list over here instead. Yeah. um, can have like this. Okay, web, mobile. Yeah. Here, this our gateway also act as a load balancer. And yeah, here we can also add, you know, multiple servers. Yeah. um yeah, further if I can see, um okay, um if I can see, you know, we can also, you know, add some uh, uh, distributed locking over here, locking. And this will, you know, act as our central uh, uh, lock, which will give the, you know, uh, the common sh- shared resources access. Okay, no, like this. Yeah. And yeah, this can also like go like this payment, and uh, even this is, uh, for the payment we are going to use any third party services, so which will be kept separately. So this payment service will talk with this, um, yeah. And okay, so here in the distributed locking we can, use Redis, and there are two three ways, but for simplicity we can use the Redis. um Even we can use Zookeeper, or um, yeah, um, Zookeeper, or any, consensus algorithm for this, for the locking systems, which will make sure that, we have uh, we have given access to the single spot for the single customer, so that no two customers can book a single spot. And even, here, if any acquiring lock acquiring entity got failed, so here the deadlock system will not, this distributed locking system will make sure that deadlock will not occur, and it will release the lock with a particular time set. Yeah, I guess, uh this looks good. Yeah, okay, yeah. So overall, this our client interface will talk to our gateway, and this booking service will make sure the about the booking spots, and this locking service will check the our consistency, and the after booking is got confirmed, the payment service will make sure that it will get make sure that the payment is got, uh, customer has made the payment, and will generate a ticket. Yeah, yeah. Okay guys, thanks.